Familiarize yourself with the operator's manual, located in a container found in the operator's compartment. The operating manual describes the proper operation and basic maintenance of the Yale 3-wheel stand-up counterbalance lift trucks. In some instances, optional equipment is installed that may change some operating characteristics. Contact your local Yale dealer for specific instructions on optional equipment. Also located in the operator's compartment is the lift truck nameplate. The capacity, specified in kilograms and pounds, is listed in terms of weight and load center, which is specified in millimeters or inches. The capacity is the maximum load the lift truck can handle for the load condition listed on the nameplate. If the lift truck has special load handling equipment, this rating will also be found here. A low 9.5-inch step height allows the operator to access the operator's compartment. Yale 3-wheel stand-up counterbalance trucks are available in side stance operation, equipped with a multi-function control handle that controls directional speed, lift lower, tilt, and optional side shift or other auxiliary hydraulic functions. The padded side stance operator's compartment features a thick armrest, back, hip and knee pads, and high back support, providing superior comfort for operators and increasing productivity by aiding in fatigue reduction. The operator stands parallel to the travel direction. The compartment floor features the standard full suspension isolated Smart Ride floor system. You will also notice ample storage areas, a cup holder, and clipboard holder for the operator's convenience. To start the truck, turn the key switch from the off to the on position. Verify that the emergency power disconnect button is disengaged by twisting and pull the red knob up if the unit will not start. There are 5 SRO static return to off faults that can occur during truck startup. Number 1. Control handle. This occurs if the control handle is not in the neutral position when the key is turned. Return the handle to the neutral position to correct the fault. Number 2. Cycle left leg. This occurs if the leg sensor beam is broken after key on. Move your left leg out of the way of the beam to connect, and then put your left leg in position to break the beam. You will hear a beep. Number 3. Position right leg. This occurs if the right leg sensor beam is broken after key on. Move your right leg out of the way of the beam to connect, and then put your right leg in position to break the beam. You will hear a beep. Number 4. Cycle egress curtain. This occurs if the egress curtain sensor beam has not been broken after key on. Move your left leg out of the way of the beam to connect, and then put your left leg in position to break the beam. You will hear a beep. Number 5. Cycle brake. This occurs if the brake has not been depressed after key on. Depress the brake. You will hear a beep. Once all the start sequence conditions have been met, the horn will sound twice and the truck is operational. To move the truck forward, forks first. Push the multi-function control handle away from the operator. To move the truck in reverse, forks tailing or tractor first. Pull the multi-function control handle toward the operator. Truck speed is dependent and proportional to the handle's position. For either case, the operator should only travel in the direction they are facing or looking. The red horn button is located on the multi-function control handle and can be easily activated by the operator's thumb. The following methods are used to stop the unit. Plugging. Activated by positioning the multi-function control handle in the opposite direction of travel. Plugging causes the truck to slow to a stop through regenerative braking. The aggressiveness of the braking applied is variable according to the position of the multi-function control handle. This is the most commonly used braking method in operation. Neutral braking. Activated by returning the multi-function control handle to the neutral position. Neutral braking causes the truck to slow to a stop through regenerative braking, similar to plugging. Neutral braking is generally less aggressive than plugging. During neutral braking, operators should keep their hands on the multi-function control handle and steering control. Brake switch. Stepping on the red floor brake switch will also stop the unit. Stepping on the red brake switch applies aggressive regenerative braking until the truck is near a stop, and then also applies the mechanical parking brake. Operators should not stand on this brake switch during normal operation, as it will prevent the truck from moving. In an emergency, the unit can also be stopped by pressing down the quick power disconnect switch. This immediately applies the mechanical parking brake, bringing the unit to an abrupt stop. The quick power disconnect switch should only be used in emergency situations, as the braking level is aggressive and frequent use can damage the parking brake. To lift the forks, raise the multifunction control handle upward. To lower, push the handle downward. The large yellow thumb wheel has additional functions. Rotating upwards tilts the forks back. Rotating downward tilts the forks forward. Rotating the thumb wheel away or toward the operator controls the third auxiliary function, such as the optional side shift. Pressing and holding the trigger plus rotating away or toward the operator controls the fourth auxiliary function, such as spreading the forks. From the standard truck offering, an integral side shift and an integral side shift fork positioner is available. From push-pull, slip sheet, clamps, rotators, and more, a variety of aftermarket attachments can be added to the three-wheel stand-up unit. There are third and fourth auxiliary hydraulic options through the standard offering. A fifth hydraulic function can be added through SPED as needed. The standard offering also includes options for hydraulic extension tubes with or without quick disconnects. If the lift truck has special load handling equipment, the rating will be shown on the nameplate. Automotive steering is standard on the three-wheel stand-up and is oriented to the forks direction, forks leading, meaning turn the steer tiller to the right, forks leading, and the truck turns to the right. Likewise, turn the tiller to the left, and the truck turns to the left. Traveling in the forks trailing direction, the steering has reversed operation. Automotive steering in the chassis first direction, forks trailing, called reverse steering, is available through SPED. The battery can be removed from either side of the lift truck. Right side removal is preferred to avoid damage to the battery cables. A roller rack under the battery permits easy battery movement. The battery must have spacers installed to prevent more than 13 mm (0.50 inches) of horizontal movement of the battery. The battery restraint panels must be in place before operating the lift truck. The battery can be left in the lift truck for charging as well, with the open battery compartment sides. If removing the battery from the unit, Yale recommends having the proper equipment and training available. The multifunction operator display panel features the following: a graphic backlit LCD screen that holds up to 4 lines with 16 characters, 4 operator programmable performance modes that can be selected by pressing the buttons numbered 1 through 4, visuals for steer angle, travel direction, acceleration rate, travel speed in miles per hour and kilometers per hour, traction, lift, hoist, auxiliary, and total truck hours, diagnostics and fault codes, battery state of charge, and a truck inspection checklist. Below the LCD screen, there are 5 LED status indicators. The battery icon indicates that 10% or less of the battery charge remains. The wrench icon indicates that there is an active fault in the system. The thermometer icon indicates that a motor or motor controller exceeds or is below pre-programmed limits. The operator presence icon indicates when operator is not in the correct position for truck operation or the parking brake is applied. The warning icon indicates that there are issues with calibration, incomplete checklist, or maintenance reminders. An overhead guard is bolted to the frame structure to offer reasonable protection to operators from falling objects, but cannot protect against all possible impacts. Therefore, it must not be considered a substitute for good judgment and care when handling loads. The industry-exclusive patented operator sensing system is a pedal-free design that provides the operator the freedom to adjust their stance throughout the shift. Truck accessories offered by Yale to customize the truck to your application include the following: battery gate interlock, tilt interlock, return to set tilt, RF terminal mount, overhead guard and mast-mounted front work lights, rear work light, operator desk light, operator compartment fan, various backup and motion alarms, amber LED strobe, rear operator compartment door. This program only covers the standard C883 series ESC 030-040AD. If your truck is equipped with any options, please contact your Yale dealer for more information.